Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's getting a bit late now, but and I filmed a lot of it in the morning, but either way, we're at Hamwic student residence, and I'm going to give you like a in-depth look at the rooms and things and talk to you about little bits that are going on that you may not be told about with your room, just in case you're interested. Here. Okay, so this is my room, 226 is the room I was in. We have a corridor going that way, we have the corridor going that way. There's a kitchen further up there that was the kitchen, so half of the corridor shared that kitchen. Me and a couple of people in this corridor shared the kitchen that was just through that door there. This is again another security lock, but I've already opened it. And this is the room. Room tours will give you an idea of this anyway, but I'm going to give you another one. I should have taken this down, but I'm going to leave it, why not? So this is your bed, single bed. This is what you get as well. So you get a curtain, you get a bed with a protector, you get a shower curtain and a lamp, and that is it. That's all you get in your room, and then something to connect with the Wi-Fi. Basic shit, makes sense. Not expecting the world. I was never expecting the world, but what I got, I think I got a good size room for the price I was paying. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head what I was paying, but it was actually a pretty decent price. You've got your desk built in, obviously drawers. Bookshelving unit, there's some storage space underneath the bed, little mirror just in case you need to do that sort of thing. Oh my god, I've put on so much weight during quarantine. The cupboard, the little wardrobe, which is pretty deep really. Then you've got some space down here and some space down here, and some space on top. Your bathroom, toilet and sink, because I had an ensuite, and your shower, which was actually pretty good, pretty powerful. I was pretty impressed with it. A couple of things I'm going to try and point out from my room window, and then I'm going to talk to you about the area a bit more. So just over here are the trees, as you may be able to see, that lead to a park. If you cut through that park and turn right, you are pretty much dead straight to head to the university. And if you just carry on up the street, I don't know why I turned it back to me, up the street just over here, behind this building, and follow that straight for about 5 minutes, you're in the town centre. So it's very, very local, very good location. One thing that you do not get warned about is fire alarms. Fire alarms go off a lot. We are next door to Kimber and David Moxon, I believe, there, and then the other ones are just further down the road or behind us. The fire alarms would go off constantly. We could hear the ones next door. Couldn't really hear them enough to wake us up, but you could hear them. The road wasn't really a huge issue either. You'd think possibly the road would be an issue with how close it is. That's not usually a huge issue either. But the fire alarms go off every now and again because of people anyway. But people going out at night time and coming back in, I can't tell you how many times we've been woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning by fire alarms. Just something to give you a heads up on. Nothing you can do about it. It's just something to give you a heads up on. Yeah, I think this is really worth it. Personally, I'm not being paid to say that. I'm not being told to say that. I think this is a really good deal for what we got. I'm very happy with it being ensuite. You just have to hope that the people you live with in a kitchen are nice people. I got really lucky, I think, with the people I got from what I can gather from the kitchen. So, yeah, big positives. So the one thing that we were not told about, really, unless I've just missed it, was the kitchen. So I forgot to use the kitchen, which is fine. And this is the kitchen. It's a bit of a mess now, because obviously it's been in use. This is like, as we're leaving, so there's a bit of mess here, there and everywhere. You're living in a uni kitchen, this is probably what you should expect, to be honest anyway. Not everyone's the cleanest person in the world. And you just make friends with, and make bedfellows, is that what it's called? With the fact that people aren't going to always clean up, and you'll probably turn into that person as well at times. This is pretty clean for our kitchen, I'm not going to lie. But there are 11 people in this kitchen. We all get 2 cupboards each, which was not a lot, and a shelf each. So in the fridge, we all had a shelf each. Someone had to go with a drawer, and then in the freezer, people had to share the freezers. So, you know, not the best situation, but it is a good way to get to know the people you are living with and have some uni friends along the way. So I'm all moved out now. Just a couple of things that I don't think I mentioned that you might want to know before you move in. The day you move in, there'll be people there to help you. The day you move out, there should be people there to help you as well. But obviously, with everything going on, that didn't really happen for me on the move out. You get about an hour, I think it is, to move in, maybe 2. You saw all the cupboard space, you saw the room space. There is an office in Hamwic. I can only talk about Hamwic here, really. There's an office in Hamwic that the security uses. The security usually gets there from about 10 till sometime in the morning, like 7, 8, 9ish. If you need anything there downstairs, they can go and sort out anything. You've got issues with noise, anything that's going on. There's a number for you to ring for the residence team. So if you have any issues, you can just ring the number. The residence team, when we got there, we were told they'd be there on site. They usually, I think it's David Moxon they sit in. The whole time I was in Hamwic, I think they sat in the office maybe once in a year. So the residence team aren't on site, but the phone number, they take about 5-10 minutes to get over to Hamwic, as long as there's nothing major going on and what you're asking isn't too major. They'll obviously prioritise whatever they need to. But there's not someone on site constantly. The parcels and post, you've got a little post room, post box that is just the size of like letters and things like that. Then there's a parcel pack city, it's called, thing that they installed into Hamwic for parcels. Anything too big, you have to go over to the residence hub, which, to be fair, from Hamwic is only a couple of minutes walk away. They organised little get-togethers that you have to pre-book. So if there's got like a pizza night going on, you have to apply for the pizza night to say, I'm going to be there, and then they know how many people are going to be there, because they can't have that many, because they'll buy like 2 pizzas or something, and they'll be like, well, there's only enough slices to go around for that. But I'd jump on them. It's a good way to get to know people, and they give you free things like pizza. What's not to want? And like you get to watch a film as well for free. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. I enjoyed my time there. There were a couple of things like that I just wanted to mention that they don't tell you, but it's not too bad in the end. You just gotta hope you live with nice people around you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope if you choose Southampton and Solent and the housing, Hamwic or any of the other ones, then enjoy. It's not that bad. Also, there's bigger rooms, and if you go for a bigger room, they are more expensive, even if people don't think they are. But they are huge. You can get I think he had 2 or 3 sofas in his. It's like triple the size of a normal room, so triple the size of the room that you've seen. So yeah, not bad. Nice little party room. Yeah, I hope you enjoy whatever decisions you make, and I'll see you again in the next video.